Like, I'm going to be real with y'all. I almost lost my virginity. Hey guys, it's the Yoked Nation. I'm Kyera. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be doing a part 2, or I'm going to be doing a part 2 of the truth about abstinence. You know, navigating being single and wanting to have sex. Yeah. We're gonna get into that. So to start it off though, I want to touch on something that I did not hit on in my coming out story, which I will link in the description box below, about my sexual assault. That still, it's like I'm healing, still healing, and it just seems like it's something new that keeps getting added to that healing. It's like, dang, that's something else I gotta heal through. Dang, that's another thing I gotta, deal with. So one of the things being hyper-sexualizing everything. After, the sexual assault happened, you would think it would be easy to be abstinent. And for a while it was, until it wasn't, and I started hypersexualizing everything. It's pretty normal for this to happen after you've been sexually assaulted, raped, molested, whatever you want to call it. Because usually people will, it depends on the person. They can, go down a promiscuous past, live a promiscuous lifestyle, which is the normal thing that you hear about happening to people. Like, just started sleeping around with everybody after that. So that's usually a normal thing that happens, and I've been dealing with this since around that time that it happened. Of course, as I've gotten older, it's gotten better, but I just have to be really mindful of the things that I'm watching, of the things that I'm listening to, of the people that I'm around, and all those types of things, because I don't need anything triggering that. Or, it's still something that I'm praying through and working through. But that is something that I realized I did not touch on, because it's also something that I was ashamed about for a very long time, not realizing that people that go through this, it's normal, basically. It's a normal thing that happens. And even people that this did not happen to do it as well, which is why you have porn addicts and everything like that. So that was just something that I really wanted to touch on, just because, it happens to the best of us, It sucks the conditions that it happens in, but it just, it happens to the best of us. And I just want y'all to know, y'all are not alone in that. Still working through it, still praying through it, still healing through that. So for those of y'all that don't really know what it means, it's defined as exhibiting unusual or excessive concern with or indulgence in sexual activity. So let's just say, I'm on a date and the guy, is just being sweet, rubbing my arm. I can take that as, I could turn it into something really sexual when it's just really not. He's just rubbing my arm, Yeah, like, basically, I would say it as, like, your mind goes to the gutter really quick. Instantly, almost. So I've had to train my mind. Like, no, calm down. Which y'all would be like, that is so off. Like, that's so weird. Same. It did make sense to me for a while. And then I literally did not learn about that until, I want to say, maybe 2 years ago. So like 2021, 2022. I realized that's what that was. Because for years I was like, why the heck am I thinking like this? Why the heck am I feeling like this? Like, this is not that. Like, I don't even want that. Like, y'all know, I'm queen abstinence. Don't want to have sex. Chastity belt has a chastity belt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not with it. Don't want it. So I would literally be wondering, like, what is going on? Why am I feeling like this? Why am I thinking like this? That was why. Another thing for me concerning this is, like, walking in abstinence. Y'all know, or maybe y'all don't, I don't know if we've ever touched on this, but probably 95, if not all, 95%, if not all, or most of my family has either been born out of wedlock or they have premarital sex. And that's not to judge anybody, that's not to shame anybody. I'm speaking of fact. Okay? Because this is our reality. So I would say that I am probably the first. Yeah, probably the first. I'll say probably just to be safe. Probably the first to, first of all, make it this far, you know, without losing their virginity. And then second, not having premarital sex or having a child out of wedlock. So I feel like there's a lot of pressure on me to be the one to break that generational curse, for me to be the one to, you know, loose that stronghold, because, you know, I refuse to let it get past me and then my brother, you know, and our other little cousins and, you know, Kyera, you know, their generations are the ones having to deal with it. Like, it's not getting past me. It's not getting past me, because it's just like, you know, we've ran into this. Too many generations have gone through this for us to just keep, you know, somebody got to get it together. To be frank, somebody has to get it together. So, you know, it's like I volunteered as tribute, but I didn't realize how hard this walk was going to be. Like, I'm going to be real with y'all. I almost lost my virginity. Look, do not judge me. Do not judge me. I was with my ex. We're going to call him Dwayne. If you watched my coffee date, you got the story time about that whole situation. So, yeah. In that short amount of time that we were actually officially in a relationship, it was like he was doing everything right. He was just giving everything he's supposed to give, and he was saying all the right things. And just, you know, of course I set that boundary early on several times, like, you know, because we had talked in 2021. I made it known then. That was something I told him on the first date, because I wear a promise ring, and some men, like, they don't be thinking nothing of it, like, because this could be a whole, you know, wedding ring. I don't know if they just don't care, or if, you know, I don't know. But, you know, I wear a whole promise ring, and that's just something I like to I just like to let it be known early, so that if that's what you want, you can decide to move around, because you're not getting it from me. And no harm, like, no harm, no foul, because we're not in a relationship. So I was already comfortable with him because I had dealt with him previously. So, you know, he learned something new, I will say. And even though I set that boundary or whatever, it's like he started trying to push it. And I will say that it's probably because we had a sleepover. Look, again, don't judge me, number one. Number two, nothing happened during the sleepover. But I feel like having that sleepover made him feel like, oh, if she having sleepovers, then, you know, yeah, I'm in the door. Like, she gonna give me some. So I feel like that kind of opened up the doors, like opened up the floodgates, if you will. So he thought that, you know, he was like in there like swimwear. He was, you know, about to get lucky. Absolutely not. But it's like he did everything to break me down, and he got me, y'all. He got me. Like, I was 2 days off giving him myself. But thank God, my God, who is true to his word, he gave me a way of escape, because he would not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. Okay, he gonna get you out of there. And he did just that. That man pissed me off so bad I had to break. Like, not even just him pissing me off, it was literally a god wink, as my daddy calls it. He just was not aligning with, he never aligned with, you know, my life and, you know, the plan that God has for me. But like I told y'all in several videos before, I was operating out of God's permissive will at that time. So it was like he was kind of letting me, you know, just figure out, like, yes, this man just really is not for you, my love. He's not for you. This is not the one. This is not what that is. Let it go. So, yeah, he almost got me. He almost got me. It didn't get to the point, there were no clothes taken off, let's be clear. Just, when they say kissing leads to sex, they ain't lying. I used to think my parents was just saying stuff. They weren't lying about that one, okay? And another thing about that is, it's like, I set boundaries, and because I know what takes me there. So early on in any other dealings that I have with any other man going forward, I just, look, I'm not having sex till I'm married. You can't change my mind. If that is not something that you desire, get to stepping, because look, ain't now another man gonna play with me. That was the last one, okay? And he got a little too close for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, almost gave me in the guts. Can't do that. Can't do that. So, yeah. It's a lot of pressure on me. I feel a lot of heavy weight. And at one point, my mom had to tell me, she said that, she was like, we never forced y'all to make that decision. Y'all made that decision on y'all's own. So I had to come to terms with the fact that I made that decision. Now, of course, that's what they wanted for us, because they wanted our lives to be different. They wanted us not to have to deal with certain things, that come with premarital sex or having children out of wedlock. So, I understand that completely. So, I get it, but it still feels like, but somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do it. Because, y'all know what it feel like. I mean, maybe some of y'all don't, but most of y'all do. You know what it feel like when you want it, but it's like, no, but God didn't, God ordained marriage for sex. And that's another thing. A whole bunch of people be like, well, what if you don't, what do they say? Basically try it out before y'all get married. What if it sucked? First of all, let me shut y'all down on that real quick. If God ordained sex for marriage, what makes you think it ain't gonna be good, Bookie? I'm going to have the time of my life on my wedding night. I'm just, don't ever in your life play with me. Y'all be thinking it's good now. I'll let y'all know after. You know what I'm saying? And that statement really, really bothers me, as y'all can tell, because it's like, y'all really be, and people really be trying to get you to, do not discourage me or try to encourage me to be doing foolishness. I want to enjoy my time and not feel guilty about it afterwards. Because I would be the one to cry. I would be the one to sob. Heart-wrenching. Wailing. Crying. Because I wouldn't feel good about it. It would feel good in the moment, but what am I going to feel like afterwards? I've said that 1,000,001 times. I don't know what videos at this point. Y'all can scroll and y'all find them, but I want to be able to enjoy my time and then be happy afterwards. Litty like a titty afterwards, okay? You know what I'm saying? So let's cut that conversation out, please. Thank you. Stop trying to discourage us from walking this life, okay? I understand that is not everybody's path, and it's okay that it wasn't. That was not the path that God had for you at that time. Your story had to be written differently, and that is completely fine. But you don't see us over here, trying to tell you, that is definitely, I am, trying to encourage you to, become celibate and walk that life, because to me, it's just so many things connected with sex. Sex is not just sex. It's not. And nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about the soul ties. Nobody wants to talk about how your judgment is clouded. I'm talking like I have the experience. But I've seen it. Literally. You dealing with abuse. You dealing with cheating. And that's another thing. I'm not willing to risk my vaginal health on a man that is bumping and grinding all around the USA. If it ain't just for me, it ain't for nobody, okay? Snip, snip. Because and I'm not well enough in the head to be dealing with nobody cheating on me and you're having sex with me. Like, no. Like, I think too much about that kind of stuff, because it's like, I ain't waited this late in life just to be sitting up here playing. And you out here just all willy-nilly with everybody and just, you know what I'm saying? Now, and then you bringing it to me. It's concerning. Anyways, though, just me. Again. Of course, I'm trying to encourage people to just, wait. Because, again, like I said, it's just so many possibilities. There's STDs, there's pregnancies. There's so many things that can happen. But nobody wants to talk about that. Everybody just wants to ignore that for the feel-good moment. And like I told y'all in the first video, it'd be mediocre half the time from what I've heard anyways. But I digress, because, yeah. So, I was reading something a while ago, and it said, true love does not request access to your body while simultaneously avoiding any responsibility to care for you financially or emotionally. That sums it up for me. Because I'm going to just say men. It's not the word I want to use, but these men do not be wanting to pay for nothing. Don't even care about you half the time. And you give them that and they just, like, that's just it. So, again, another reason for me to just not, because I don't have patience. And I'm not saying this like it's the easiest thing in the world. Y'all already know, I've told y'all, it's not easy. It's hard. It is hard, but it's possible. I'm doing it. I'm taking y'all along with me because y'all gonna be my accountability partners. Especially after I just, had a slip up last year. Like, you know what I'm saying? That is not going to happen again. I can promise you that. Because I'm just like, no. Like that, it was really too close. You know what I'm saying? Like, too close. And it's like, you done waited this long. You done made it this far. No, we are not risking it. We are not risking it all for less than the bare minimum. Okay? We're not doing that. Not doing that. Which kind of goes into the next thing, being unequally yoked or dating people that are, or essentially dating people that are not practicing abstinence or celibacy. So that was basically that whole situation. And the thing about it is, I had the conversation with that man, with Dwayne, at the beginning of us getting back into contact with each other and then deciding that we were gonna date. I told him, I said, I still am practicing abstinence. I'm not gonna have sex with you. You're not getting any. And he was like, man, I'm not even worried about that. My mind not even on it right now. I got too much stuff I gotta take care of. And then proceeded weeks, maybe a month later, to be talking about, you'd be so cute. You would be so cute pregnant. You'd be so pretty pregnant. And that'd be the thing, because who sent you? Who sent you? Because do you have some baby money? He did, but still, that is not the point. You don't even take care of me emotionally. So how are you going to take care of me and our baby emotionally? How are you going to okay, he could take care of us financially. But that part, like, I can't even accept that. Because you weren't even consistent with me. You was going to think I was going to allow you to not be consistent with my baby? Nah. Never that. But, Like, you just need to be with somebody that's on the same page as you. Now, of course, they're going to say that in the beginning, and then you're going to find out sooner or later where they really at. Because I'm not saying you're not going to be attracted to your significant other. I am not saying that at all. I'm not saying that at all. But it's about, are you man enough or woman enough to hold me accountable? Like, no, we decided that we are waiting till marriage. We're not doing that. If you need to go home, if you need to go take a cold shower, if you need to go cool off or whatever, you go do what you need to do. But we're not doing that. Because it's like, the one thing that also pisses me off is I will be talking to somebody. You know what? I'm not going to say I would be. I talked to somebody and I let them know yet again that I am abstinent and I'm not having sex until marriage. And they said, oh, well, you know, that's great. But if you ever decide to change your mind, just know I'm here. Like, that is not sweet. That's not cute. That's not, like, it pisses me off. It pisses me off. Because it's like, you basically set me up for failure. Like, you're going to let me fall into that temptation instead of holding me accountable. Like, you said you wanted to wait till you were married. Because how would you feel if I regretted it with you, but you let it happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, how would you feel if I told you, like, I regret it? Or that I didn't enjoy it because I felt so guilty the whole time? How would you feel? That is just, it's aggy. Like, it irks me really bad. I mean, that pretty much sums up part 2 for y'all. I have some sources of encouragement and wisdom for y'all, some books, a sermon that I saw on YouTube a while ago. So, True Feelings, I can't remember the name of the author, but I actually put it in, I actually want to say it was my first Finding Key video. I'll put the link in the description box and put a card. That book, all Stephan Labossiere books, really, honestly and truthfully, Sacred Search by Pastor Gary Thomas and Sis Don't Settle by Faith Jenkins, which y'all already know I highly recommend, 10 out of 10. And she also said that men can read it, because I know that not all people walking in abstinence are just women. There are men somewhere, you know, walking this walk. And honestly, I'm proud of you. It's not a lot of y'all, but I'm proud of you. You are a unicorn, okay, Bookie? You're a unicorn. Haven't met one yet, but you're a unicorn, okay? Just know. Be encouraged. I'm going to put the link to the YouTube video that I saw. Jerry Flowers was on the Dear Future Wifey podcast. That whole talk, like the whole video, just, it gave everything it was supposed to give. It was very encouraging, very enlightening, and just, you know, again, just, it's giving me a different perspective and giving me different ways to look at things concerning abstinence and singleness. So I'm going to link that in the description box as well. If I can card it, I'll card it. And then I just want y'all to be encouraged. Create those boundaries and keep them. Anybody that gets upset or anybody that tries to go against them, it's not for you. Okay? But that is going to bring us to the end of this video. I hope that you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more of my Sisters Mama Kai content, more of my Finding Key content, our Double K Nation content, and our Life with Double K Nation content. We would like it if you would all leave a like, comment, and subscribe. See you later, lovelies. It's gonna burn for me to say this.